Hey, random. I want to say hey, I actually mean hey. How the fuck you doing? Obviously, I can't wait for you to respond because it's just, you're not here yet, but you will be because I'm in the past, you're in the present, I'll see it in the future. That's how this recording and shit goes. I was just digging through the last couple of video comments. Gene and not even remember. Feel my bass. That, just digging through comments and someone's like, dude, check out the dudes again. So, well, it's just dudes. If I add the dudes, that's just from The Big Lebowski, which is one of my favorite movies of all time. The dude, the dude abides, man. And if you're like, this video sucks, well, that's like your opinion, man. Yeah, but just in case you're wanting to try something kind of weird, I just heard a track that kind of shocked me. And please, I would either invite you to skip forward or at least hear what I'm gonna say. I'm gonna talk for probably like 60 seconds. It's like either hear the whole 60 or just skip, because the first 20 seconds you might be like, what the fuck, I don't care, right? Okay, so a K-pop group, already some of you are like, fuck this amount. A K-pop group that I love, BTS, I probably have 180 videos roundabout there on the channel. Love the dudes, I'm not lying about it. I bought a ticket to the show in Atlanta, it's just canceled because of COVID. But a track of theirs that I just reacted to was only 1 minute and 17 seconds long. And if you don't know K-pop or BTS, they have 7 people in the group. Between rappers and singers, they have 7 people who can put vocals on a track and fucking murder. And this track was super dope and had no vocals. Like, I didn't even know what to think. The track was so good. I was like, why wouldn't you take this 1 minute and 17 track and make it 4 minutes long and just put people on it? Put dudes from your group who just, it's like, I'm not sure the reason why, because I haven't released that video yet, and I'm sure when I do, the people who know BTS will, better than I know them, will comment on why that was the case. But what you might enjoy is having a dope track that really there's no one shining on top of the track. And so maybe you can go do some super awesome beatboxing things on top of that shit. Or if you have an instrument that you really like to play, even though this is a beatbox video, maybe you want to put that on top. Because it's just to me, it's just a really sick track. The first thing I thought when the video ended was like, why the fuck is there no one on it? And then the second thought I had was, I should do something on top of this. And I'm imagining the majority of you who play anything or perform anything, I think that will be your response. Even if you don't listen to K-pop or any of that, doesn't matter, because the song's not in Korean because there's no lyrics. The song is in the language of fucking music. Anyways, I invite you to check it out. I'm not getting paid to tell you. I'm just telling you shit that I care about. That's it. And you may fucking disagree. You may be like, maybe you listen to the track, you're like, you fucking hate it. That's why we're here, man. We're here to like learn and share with each other, I think. I don't know. Given some of the comments, I think some people think I'm here for something different. A lot of people are like, hey man, lean in close. I'm like, yeah. They're like, no, closer. And I'm like, yeah. And they're like, you fucking suck. I'm like, I don't think I need to lean in for that. I think you could have just written it in all caps and I wouldn't know what you mean. Anyways, let's get into this. Over there, in the video.
Brazil, and this is a big shout out to Swiss Beatbox.
So we have a repeating melody on top, da da da, doon doon doon, da da da, doon. And so the bass line is what's changing. So that da 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 is the pedal tone. Hey, there's my melody.
You raise your bar form. It's not enough
Yes.
form. I know it's the form. Sometimes it's unfair form.
You got me. Go ahead.
The word is not careful, but give your best. Do what feels right. Don't mind the rap.
Hey. So he took out the repeated notes and put a vocal melody where the repeated notes were and percussion in the middle. Maintained the bass line, took out the da 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 da. I think that's the right pitch.
Do what feels right, don't mind the. Oh, don't mind, 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 oh, don't mind. Figures up, full, raise up, full. It's not up, full.
How does he not smile when you on fire like that? How you don't smile? Like, how is he not so infected with his own fucking groove that he's not smiling?
I know it's up full, sometimes it's up full.
Oh, it would make his job harder if he was smiling.
Your word up, not full. Fuck, give your best, do what feels right, don't mind the rap.
Ooh. Change that shit up.
Do what feels right, don't mind the rest. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you, dude.
Tamo junto.
Big ups to Brazil. Anything you want to say in Portuguese?
Muito obrigado pela presença do Pepone e do Skiller aqui.
Oh, my Portuguese is no good. He said, thank you very much, because my Portuguese is bad.
Thank you guys so much, Skiller and Pepone, to be here in Brazil. That's really important for the scene here. We are gonna grow up and we are gonna show the world we are good. Thank you.
Well, dude, you're 100% good. When he says show the world he's good, I think it's weird because you could have a different mindset depending on what you're doing. So when you're the guy performing, obviously you're thinking like, I'm going to show the world I'm good. I'm going to show the world that we're good. And what that usually means is getting back to the craft and working hard on it. Because that's what got you good. And it's what you have to do. No matter what happens, you have to keep working. Even if you suck, you have to keep working. Like if you think I suck, right? If right now you're watching this video and you think I suck, well, the only way I can get better is to keep working. I don't want you to think I suck. But the only way to keep shit moving is you just gotta keep working. But when I hear somebody like that, I think one of the biggest dilemmas is that's just kind of a viewership issue. Do you know what I mean? Like, if 1 billion people saw that video, I mean, what percent do you think like it? 10%? 5%? Even if 5% liked it, he'd have 50 million fans the next day. If you have 50 million people who like what you do, your finances are no longer a worry. But how do you get in front of 1 billion people? And here's the real crux of the issue. I'm kind of going behind the scenes to, artist management and business, but you're that good because you work that hard. But when you start answering a question like, how do I get in front of 1 billion people? You have to start putting time into things which are not performance aspect. You have to take time away from the shit that makes you amazing in order to get in front of more people. But if you do too much of that, then you get in front of a lot of people and you're not as good as you were. This is one of my big issues with classical guitar. I don't think we've ever addressed on the channel. I don't think we have. Maybe in 1 or 2 videos, maybe. Is when I was at my best, it's like all I did. That was like every moment was about being better. But then I realized that my audiences weren't big. The audiences loved what I did. The audiences were small. And as I devoted more time to making the audience bigger, my playing went down. And that's a hard pill to swallow. When you play in front of somebody and they look at you and they're like, you're not that good. And you're like, I can do better. You're like, I don't care if you can do better, you didn't do better. It's rough. And so oftentimes you outsource that to somebody, a marketing company, an advertising company, or take your own dollars and put it in an advertising budget. I think it's the hardest dilemma for people that are actually doing well musically. I think the hardest dilemma they face is, do you put more time into making more music, hoping that if you just make more, people will find you? Or do you take time away from your music in order to do the things that you know will get you in front of a bigger audience, but it's going to temporarily, in the short run, lower the quality of the art you put out? That is, I think it's the toughest thing that I don't really see addressed. And anyone who tells you that there's a really clear answer is a fucking liar. Don't trust them. They're probably trying to take your money for something. The only thing I know to tell you is to just take your hours, be honest about your hours, and then make an honest choice. So let's say you practice 3 hours a day. Now that doesn't mean setting your shit up, getting your gear ready. That doesn't count. That's just what you have to do what you do. So maybe it takes you an entire hour between your setup in the beginning and your breakdown at the end. That hour doesn't count. That's just an hour that's lost. So maybe you have like a 4-hour practice regimen, but it takes 30 minutes to set up, 30 minutes to break down. So you only have 3 hours of actual practice, but it takes up 4 hours of your day. And you have to make an actual decision and go, maybe I will take 30 minutes out of that day every day. And I'm going to take 30 minutes to figure out what it is that I don't know and learn more about the aspects of the business that are holding me back. And here's the hard part. That's 30 minutes that could be on your craft. That's 30 minutes that you know would make you better. And you just have to decide whether or not you want to be 30 minutes better. We're really talking aggregate, right? So 30 minutes is 15 hours a month. You can take 15 hours to expand your reach and expand your audience, but that's 15 hours that you're no longer going to be using to make yourself better at what you want people to see. I think I made that abundantly fucking clear. I thought he was abundantly fucking awesome. This is one of those moments where like I wish I had of course I wish all day I wish I had 2 million fucking subscribers, right? Because then like I would have freedom to do anything. Fucking anything. But if I had 2 million subscribers, right, and I listened to this guy, then there'd be a bunch of fucking people who hadn't heard of him. That's one of the biggest reasons I want to get better at this. There's so much music that I love that I make videos to and like 300 people see it or 400 people see it. And yeah, it could be because I'm boring or fucking repetitive or any number of reasons you want to criticize the channel. I'm not saying you're wrong. I'm just saying it's just a scale thing. That if I have 100,000 subscribers and we 10x that to 1 million, you would expect the viewership to be roughly 10x. So if I made a video on a beatboxer that 3,000 people watched, I love that 3,000 people are there. I'm fucking blown away that 3,000 people are tuned in. But if I had 1 million subscribers, maybe that viewership would be 30,000, which is great for my ego, right? It's great for my ego. But it also means that's like, I forgot original number. 3,000 to 30,000. That's 27,000 extra people who may have not heard the dude. Anyways, getting a little, not philosophical, strategic, logistical, something like that. Whatever, I'm just a dude in a room with semi-bluish hair. What the fuck do I know? I tell you what I think I know. I tell you what I think. And I don't expect anything. I don't expect anything. I never expected this shit to happen, and I damn sure, well, I just don't expect that, like, if you're on some different wavelength, you're going to agree with me. And I don't expect that you're wrong. Like, maybe I don't know enough about how you see the situation. So, just having the patience. I'm talking to myself right now, but you're here. So it looks like I'm talking to you, but I'm really talking to myself. Hoping to have the patience, to have enough time and enough repetition to be able to capitalize on what I'm good at and figure out more of what I don't know and fill in those gaps. To just be more satisfied with day-to-day experience. You know that feeling. You know that feeling when you do something that wasn't that good. And this is tricky. This is tricky. Where you go, I could do better. Now the question is, really could you or have you? Right? Like, could you? Yes, but that means you need to practice and work harder. Have you means you slipped up that day. You've done it before, but you didn't do it today. Okay, I think it's fair to say that I am now just ranting and not connecting dots, so it would be unfair to attempt to keep you here. For those of you that are here, you'll probably stay longer. It's unfair to keep you longer. I hope you find something in what I said that didn't waste your fucking time. Just a dude in a room trying to do a good job. Might be doing a shitty job. Think I'm doing a good job. But right now, someone's like, you're doing a shitty job. Opinions. Some of it's fact. Some of it's fact. Try this shit. I don't know if you need to turn on a camera to do it, or if you just need to look in a mirror. But talk to yourself. This probably sounds like some crazy shit. But actually, like, have a full-on conversation with yourself. 5 minutes, 10 minutes, 15 minutes. Take a walk in the park. Go to an empty parking lot where there's no one around. Wherever you need to do it. And actually just have, like, a back and forth and talk to yourself about where you think you stand, what you think your weaknesses are, what you think your strengths are, how you think you're progressing, how you think you're not progressing. If you are progressing well, what's your timeline? If you're fucking up, how long do you have before you have to call it quits? And have a one-on-one with yourself and see what you actually think about yourself when you have a back and forth. Socratic method. Let's end with that shit. Let's all be like Socrates, not dead, but having conversations that force us to think more about our actions and what we've been doing. Fucking love y'all. I am disappearing. Did I need to say fuck there? Nope, but I'm gone.